Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how you can extend the battery lifespan on Motorola Edge 50 Ultra. There are some things that you can do in order to keep the battery in a healthy state for longer. So let's get right into the settings, and over here we want to scroll down a little bit to go to battery settings. And here we're gonna start with the obvious one, that is the battery saver. While you don't have to really use the battery saver all the time, and I don't think it is even recommended to always use it, you can still, for instance, switch to maximum battery saver, and by doing so we'll limit activities, and non-essential apps will also be limited, and their notifications will be paused, so you will not receive notifications for them, and you can just confirm that by pressing yes. Over here we can also go to the settings in order to, for instance, enable the adaptive performance to lower display brightness, adjust CPU frequency, and turn on low power mode for hardware according to device workload and temperature. So whenever there is a need to slow down the device, when it is recommended, when the device thinks so, that it is better to do so, then it will do that. I don't think we really need to turn off 5G. However, over here we also have essential apps, and non-essential apps and related notifications will be paused. However, we can also go to essential apps in order to choose those essential apps. So if you really want to always have notifications and to avoid reducing the performance of a specific app, then you can include it in essential apps, and all you need to do is simply press this plus button over here, and then it's there. In order to remove it, we have this cross here. We can also switch the list and sort by how much battery is used by a specific app, which is pretty cool. And then let's go back. Of course, we can also set up the schedule and reminders for the battery saver. So for instance, we can turn off at 90%. We can also turn on battery saver when we reach a certain level, so it is recommended to use it. And ideally, you probably want to use it somewhere between 20 or maybe even 15 up to 30%. So when the battery reaches that percentage, then the battery saver will be enabled. And then we can also enable the improved battery while inactive option, which uses AI in order to learn your behavior and limit background apps that are running while the usage of your phone is limited. So when you don't use your phone, then the AI will learn that when you use the phone and when not, and when the background apps should be actually very limited and use not many resources. Okay, so now we're gonna go back, and in addition to that, we also have the adaptive battery option, which limits battery for apps that you don't use often, which is of course also recommended to enable. We can also read the description over here, that in order to extend the battery life, the adaptive battery option limits battery for infrequently used apps. And once again, your phone will learn some patterns of your usage of your phone in order to decide which apps should be included for the adaptive battery option. Then we also have the charge boost, which is kind of cool in order to use it to optimize charging by safely boosting charging speed. However, keep in mind that if you actually use this option, then the device may heat up while charging. So keep that in mind. Whether you should use it or not is really up to you, I think. There are different thoughts about it. You probably can use it without worrying too much, since it is actually stated that it is safely boosting charging speed. So since it is actually safely according to the device, then there shouldn't be no worries about it. But you never know, and if you are sensitive to those things, then you probably don't want to use it. Then we also have the optimized charging, which is pretty similar to the option before. However, this is definitely something that you can use. However, in order to use optimized charging, you need to disable overcharge protection. So you cannot use both. You have to choose either this one or the overcharge protection, which I'll cover in a second. So I'm gonna disable this for now. And this is once again AI using or learning how we use our device in order to optimize the usage of battery. The explained or detailed description we can find over here, and we can also see how it works. So we have a little information about the AI that automatically uses or optimizes our battery in order to keep the battery in a healthy state for longer. And There we go. So we have either the optimized charging or the overcharge protection. And this one is definitely better to use if you tend to charge your device much more often than usual. And if you tend to forget to remove the charger from the device if it's charged up. So if you tend to leave the device in the charge all the time, if it's being charged all the time, then it is definitely recommended to actually use this option in order to prevent overcharging the battery, which may ruin the battery. And in order to keep the battery healthy, the overcharge protection will limit charging up to 80%, so you will be able only to charge to 80%, which is the healthy threshold for the battery. And once a week, your battery will charge to 100% to keep it calibrated, so it's not like it will always keep it charged only up to 80%. Once a week, it will actually charge to 100% in order to avoid reducing the capacity of the battery. We can also once again see how it works and read a little bit more about it, and we have the description over here. So definitely worth choosing one or the other option. In addition to that, if you have power if you have power sharing, then you should use it only when needed. Do not enable this option and then forget about it. Although yes, this option is useful and yes, you can use it, you don't really have to worry about it. Still, you should use only when needed. So if you don't charge anything, just turn this option off and only enable it in situations where you actually want to charge something. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye.